Hello everybody, welcome to Just One Perspective. My name is Josh. It is cold outside. Summer's over. So naturally I'm going to drink this cold beverage because I'm an idiot. And I probably could go for some tea, but instead, Cherry Cola Zevia because I love it. I love it too much. I can't stop drinking it. Thank you so much for joining today. It's been a little while. My wife and I were on vacation out in the great state of Vermont. And when I say great, I mean the colors are beautiful. It was a perfect time to go. All the leaves were changing. You can see some leaves changing behind myself right now. Pretty soon all these trees are going to be dead. And maybe I'll have to move inside to the inside studio. So I don't have to sit out here in the snow, although that could make for a good video too. So I wanted to talk a little bit today about people who annoy you, who irritate you, people who just drive you insane, but ultimately do a good job or bring value to your life and make things better for you or your organization or something that you're involved in. Because I've found recently that there are some people who I've interacted with who can be difficult. Maybe I don't fully understand them, or we have different means of communication or different styles of communication, and sometimes we just don't get along, but ultimately they do a good job, or like I said, they bring value to my life. And this has ranged from anybody from coworkers to even my own wife, to my parents, to friends, family. Everybody you know in your life is going to do something that annoys you, that irritates you. And that's just the bad part of who they are. But ultimately, there is something about that part of them that makes them who they are. And without that part of them, the bad part, I'm using that word, it's probably not the best word, but I'm just going to simplify it by saying the bad part. Something about the bad part makes them whole, makes them the complete person. And if you didn't have that bad part to them, you wouldn't also get the good part, because that is just part of who they are and what makes them the person who they are. This extends beyond just people as well. I think about our nation, the USA, and current postmodern views of it, in which basically people are asking for perfection, and not just perfection today, but perfection in the past. And if it has anything negative in the past, then it's just not a good country. Sorry, you have to take the bad with the good. And this is like a person. People grow, people change, people learn new things. People find out better ways of annoying you, or maybe they find out what works better for you and can learn how to communicate with you a little bit better so that it doesn't drive you nuts. But that's part and parcel of living in a world of people who aren't perfect, of nations that aren't perfect, and a lot of times you have to gauge, is this person on the right path? Are they growing? Are they trying to make themselves better? This nation, is it growing? Is it trying to make itself better? Has it learned from its mistakes? Have the people in it learned from their mistakes? Same thing with people. Have they learned from their mistakes? And obviously there's a line. You shouldn't tolerate too much. We've talked about that before on this channel, that you shouldn't tolerate things that are completely unacceptable. You have to know what that line is, and you have to, there might be some learning what that line is for yourself, how much you're willing to tolerate before you, sever ties with something or somebody. But if it goes up to that line and doesn't cross it, then, you have to accept it. Accept it, take it for what it is, realize that that's just part of the whole person or the whole country, or even, I talk about people in countries, but you can also talk about your favorite movie, just for example, something as simple as that. Some favorite movies, some movies are really good, but they have like one or two scenes that don't make sense. Muldoon should never have gotten surprised by those velociraptors, for example. But it's important just to know what that line is and tolerate some of it, accept it, because without those characteristics, those flaws, those qualities that might drive you nuts, that past behavior, that past history that you think might not be as squeaky clean as you may want it to be, well, that's too bad. You have to move forward and you have to accept it for what it is. And if that line is too much for you, then In the case of people, maybe it's time to sever that connection and just quietly remove them from your life. And if, for example, this country, the past is too dirty, too awful for you, there's plenty of other countries you can move to. I'm not sure you're going to find another one that has a perfect past, nice clean history, that's not saddled with the baggage that we are constantly looking for today. So more power to you. Good luck. Go out, find another country, live in, become a citizen there, see if they'll accept you and tolerate your behavior as well, because it's a two-way street. But define that line and don't allow it to go past that, but up to and including that, hey, some things are okay. That's part and parcel of who we are, of humanity. And so, anyway, I will stop it there. Just a quick thought. I had that hit me while I was out in Vermont, because there were some things out there that kind of irritated me, rubbed me the wrong way. But I was like, overall it's beautiful. We're having a great time, and I can't let that wear me down. And it just reminded me of some experiences I've had recently with people as well. So I thought I'd throw that out there, share it with all of you. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Thank you all so much, as always, for tuning in, for listening, and for great comments too. I've been getting some good comments out there as well. I always appreciate hearing from all of you. So anyway, until next time, stay warm out there. Go check out the beautiful fall colors. It's worth it, and stay vigilant.